Hello, everyone. Happy Nurses Week. And thank you so much for joining the AAPACN Education Foundation 4th Annual Zoom-a-thon. My name is Tracy Moorhead, and I am the president and CEO of AAPACN, the American Association of Post-Acute Care Nursing. And I'm honored to also support the AAPACN Education Foundation. As I mentioned, this is our 4th annual Zoom-a-thon. We are here today for the next hour to raise funds to support our annual foundation scholarship programs. We're going to introduce you to some of our 2024 scholarship recipients. We presented the scholarships at our annual conference in Hollywood, Florida last month, and we have some great video testimonials from our scholarship recipients that we'll be showing you today. We have planned a 1-hour event today. We have some special guests joining us, and so you don't have to stay for the whole hour. We're so glad that you've joined us, but we are hoping to raise today $5,000 to help our scholarship program. There are 3 ways that you can connect with the donation site. You can text to 707070, and you need to use all one word, Nurse Scholarship 2024. No spaces, Nurse Scholarship 2024. And if you make a donation to that text, it will show up on the screen for us. You can also click on the link in the chat box. That will take you directly to the scholarship donation for today as well. And then finally, if you want to wait until we're done with this call and contribute later, you can always go to the AAPACN.org/foundation website, and you can click on the link there to make a donation. But that one won't show up on our screen today, and I won't be able to raise the roof with celebration that we have received another donation. So as I mentioned, we will be having some special guests join us. We'll have the chair of the foundation, Joel van Eaton, will be joining us soon. Joel has served as the Education Foundation Fundraising Committee chair. And this Zoom-a-thon was actually an idea that he came up with a few years ago. And so it's been a fun annual event for us, and we're glad to be doing it again this year. And Joel is actually presenting at a conference, wrapping up his presentation as we speak and dashing to his hotel room to join this call for us. The fundraising committee has come up with some great approaches this year to raise awareness for the foundation and increase our scholarship funds. We hosted in February a Have a Heart fundraiser that was tied to both Valentine's Day and the American Heart Month. And last month at the AAPACN Annual Conference, if you joined us in Hollywood, Florida, you know that we had just a blockbuster couple of events. We had a fundraising drive there, and we also had a fantastic morning stretch on the beach. We did not call it yoga. We just called it a gentle stretch on the beach. But we had our best turnout ever for one of our conference events. And significantly, we raised almost $8,000 for our scholarships while we were in Hollywood. And we had one significant donation that we'll talk about in a bit. For the last couple of years, we have done this Zoom-a-thon in conjunction with Nurses Week, and we are specifically having it today on Student Nurses Day. Today is Wednesday, May 8th, and it is Student Nurses Day today. And so we wanted to draw attention and share our excitement about our scholarships for long-term and post-acute care nurses. Again, I'm so glad that you've joined us, and I so appreciate your support on behalf of the Foundation Board of Directors. And we'll be updating you through the call on our fundraising total. You can see on my screen that we've had 2 donations right now to the Nurse Scholarship 2024, totaling $260. And I can also tell you that we've had a couple of other donations come in that were not made to the 2024 Nurse Scholarship 2024. So in total, we actually have $500 raised total for today's event. I'm going to introduce now one of our foundation board members, Leanne Frick. Leanne, thank you so much for your leadership on the foundation board, and I'm so glad that you could join us.
Thank you so much, Tracy, and welcome everyone. We are excited that you are here. We are excited for this event. As Tracy said, my name is Leanne Frick. I'm on the AAPACN Education Foundation. I've been a board member for a few years. I've served as the secretary, and I will be the incoming vice president. And I'm excited about participating in today's Zoom-a-thon. Again, thank you for joining us and supporting the Education Foundation. We have also added a recurring giving option, and you're going to hear this a few times today. We want to make sure nobody misses it, that allows you to set a monthly donation to support the foundation's scholarships. You can make a donation, including a recurring monthly donation, at any time during this event, as Tracy said, by using any of these three options. One, texting one word, Nurses Scholarship 2024, to 707070. Again, one word, Nurses Scholarship 2024 to 707070. You can click on the link that's in the chat box, and that will allow you to enter some credit card information to make that donation. Or you can go to our website at www.apacn.org/foundation and click the donate button to do that at any point during this call. So we give you a lot of options. We also invite you to post in the chat here any name of maybe somebody in honor of perhaps a mentor or colleague who has inspired you as a nurse that is representative of your giving donation today. So we certainly welcome that. And again, just thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Thank you for your leadership. I do want to make one correction. There's only one S. It's Nurse Scholarship 2024. So we just want to make sure that people are texting 707070 Nurse Scholarship 2024, all one word, no space. And we have one of our foundation board members on the line with us today, Amy Goldsmith. Amy just made a donation to the foundation. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you for your leadership. Do you want to say a few words about how you've participated in the foundation?
Hi, thank you so much. I love being a part of this board and supporting all of the fabulous nurses out there and nurses being able to further their education. I've been on the board now for about a year, I guess it's been, and this is my second Zoom-a-thon, and I love participating in this. I can attest to making sure that you do one word nurse scholarship because I have made that error, and I appreciate Tracy and Leanne making that very clear. So I love making sure that it's Nurse Scholarship 2024 and supporting all of you wonderful nurses out there. I couldn't think of a better place and a better foundation than here at AAPACN, where all of our teams know that this is really the best place for all of our nurses to get the support and education that they need. So thanks for including me.
Thank you so much, Melanie. We're so grateful for your support. Melanie and her organization, Reimbursement Reimagined, also sponsored some fantastic t-shirts that we made available at the conference. In return for a donation to the foundation of at least $25, you got a fantastic foundation t-shirt with Reimbursement Reimagined sponsorship on the sleeve. And thank you so much for that. I do want to say we are missing someone who has been so important to our foundation events of the past few years. She's been such an incredible champion, and her energy never ceases to amaze me. Linda Shell has served as the board chair of the Education Foundation. This is, she's finishing her 4th year as the chair of the foundation board, and she'll step down from that role at the end of June when Joel van Eaton takes over. She is not able to join us today, but she has provided an incredibly powerful message for us to share. And I'd like to play this brief video to really help you understand the passion that Linda has brought to this organization during her tenure at the chair of the board for the foundation. So can we run that video, please?
I'm Linda Shell, Chair of the AAPACN Education Foundation. The foundation is dedicated to building and sustaining a strong post-acute care workforce by funding scholarships for CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. Since we were founded in 2014, The foundation has been able to fund $112,000 in education scholarships. We've helped students earn their RN, BSN, and Masters, and fulfill their goals of working as a nurse in long-term care. That is a big accomplishment. However, there's more work to do. This year, we have set a goal of raising $25,000 in scholarship money. There are obstacles that post-acute nurses and CNAs face in pursuing higher education. According to most recent data, the average tuition for a 2-year associate nursing program ranges from $6,000 to $20,000, and a BSN is over $35,000. For many young people wanting to enter the job market or CNAs hoping to become a nurse, attending nursing school is just simply something they can't afford. Plus, going to nursing school can require an enormous amount of time for studying and clinicals. They may need to work less hours to be able to attend school, which in turn means lost wages. The foundation is dedicated to lowering these financial barriers by providing academic scholarships. Over the next decade, estimates indicate there will be 200,000 openings for RNs per year. 200,000. That is an alarming figure for those of us working in post-acute and long-term care settings, as we already feel the impact of the workforce crisis. Since COVID-19, more than 15% of nursing home staff have retired early, changed fields, or even left the workforce entirely. Attracting new nurses is critical for the future of the profession and post-acute long-term care settings. Back when I was a director of nursing, one of my goals was to return to school and pursue a BSN, but I knew that I could not afford it. I loved working in long-term care, but believed my only option to pursue additional education was to leave the field. To my surprise, my administrator learned of my goals and advocated on my behalf to the organization, and they provided a scholarship for me. I don't believe that I would have ever gotten my BSN and continued for an advanced degree if they had not supported me financially. That scholarship not only helped me financially, but it reignited my passion for long-term care. I'm forever grateful to them. Each year, our scholarship winners share that same gratitude for people like you that help contribute towards these scholarships. The AAPACN Education Foundation hopes to expand our nursing scholarships, but we are depending on your help to get there. Please join us in giving today, and on behalf of past and future scholarship winners and the AAPACN Foundation, thank you, thank you, thank you for your generous gift.
I am always so in awe of Linda's passion for our cause, and she delivers such a powerful and heartfelt message. I'm sorry that she can't be here today, but I do hope she inspired you and others to make a donation, perhaps even a recurring donation, using the options we've outlined, the texting to 707070 Nurse Scholarship 2024. And also there's a link in the chat that you can click on the link as well, and enter your credit card information, and you'll have the opportunity at both of those places to select recurring donations if you so wanted to, or you can go to the apacn.org/foundation website and click on the donate button. I do see we have another board member on with us. Melanie Tribe-Scott is another member of the foundation board. And Melanie, I don't know if you want to say anything about your role on the foundation board.
Hi. So I've been with the foundation board about 2 years now, a year and a half, somewhere on there. And I can't say the exact time frame because it does not seem like any type of work. It's a pure joy. Doing something that means so much to so many people. I have a personal story I could share and why the foundation means so much to me. When I was a young person. I was in my very early 20s. I had a toddler and an infant as a single mom, and was my dream to become a nurse. And for a single mom with two very young children, that did not seem like a possibility. I was very fortunate that I was able to get scholarships, and that was able to help me get my associate's degree. And now here we are, 30 years later. I now have my bachelor's and working towards my master's, and it was a great gift to me, and I don't think I could have done it had it not been for those scholarships. So this foundation has personal meaning to me, and I know there's other people out there who are in that position that these scholarships mean so much to. And as you had said, Tracy, it's even a donation of $5, $10 can make a difference because they add up at the end of the day. And if our members could, reach in their purses or their wallets, it is appreciated. It goes a long way. And who knows where those people who get these funds, where that's going to take them, to the next nurse leader or the person who makes a huge breakthrough in nursing, or it really makes a huge difference.
Wow. Melanie, thank you so much for sharing that. I so love the personal connection that you've just brought into this conversation. Thank you for that. And thank you for your leadership on the AAPACN Education Foundation. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to work with you as well. As I mentioned earlier, today is Nurses Week, and we're here to highlight and continue to support nurse education. As you heard in Linda's video, the foundation was just founded in 2014, so this is actually our 10th year anniversary. And initially, there were just a couple of scholarships given for AAPACN, RAC-CT, education and certification, but now we're able to give much larger scholarships for nurses who are seeking to continue their education through bachelor's and other programs. The foundation is a 501c3, so all of your donations are tax deductible because we are a registered certified charity. Today, we have partnered with Zoom and the giving platform Pledge to host the Zoom-a-thon fundraising event. You don't have to have the Pledge app, but if you do have the Pledge app, that's great. And it does allow you to make the donation in a number of ways. Again, in the chat, you can see the link you can click on. You can text to 707070 and text to that number Nurse Scholarship 2024. All one word, no spaces, Nurse Scholarship 2024. Our goal for this hour is $5,000. And I know that seems like a lot, but when we came up with the idea for the Zoom-a-thon, we modeled it on, and this is where I'm going to show my age, and some of you might not remember this, the Jerry Lewis telethons for muscular dystrophy. I don't know if any of you remember this, but when I was a little girl, I watched this every Labor Day weekend with my grandparents. It was a big deal. And the very first one that he hosted in 1959 raised $600,000 in 1959. The last one that he hosted in 2010 raised over $45 million. Think of how many nurses we could put through nursing school if we had anywhere near that. But I am certain that we can rely on our strong AAPACN community to help us meet today's goal of $5,000. And to that end, I would note that while the overlay on my screen says we have raised $360, those are donations that have come into the Nurse Scholarship 2024. We do have a second older handle that we have used, which is Nurse Scholarship without the year. And some people are making donations there as well. So I can tell you that as of right now, we are at $650 total donations if I combine those two funding streams. I'm sorry that we had that little bit of disconnect, but I'm tracking on the app on my phone other donations being made, and I can update you on our total. 360 to Nurse Scholarship 2024, and another 300 to the other handle, Nurse Scholarship. Leanne, I'm going to toss it back over to you.
So thank you, Tracy. And I am too old enough to remember the Jerry Lewis telethons. And for me at that point, I think it was just an excuse to stay up late. I don't think I had an appreciation for the intent, but I certainly do remember it. And so again, so excited about this event today. Don't forget, you can donate anytime during this event. But I wanted to give you just a little bit of background on the Education Foundation. Again, as Tracy said, it was launched in 2014 by then the AAPACN board of directors. Back then, the terminology was a little bit different, but the foundation is dedicated to fostering the education of nursing students who plan to enter the long-term care practice and improve the lives, the quality of lives of the nursing care and the residents that we have the privilege of serving in our long-term care communities. And it's, you know, I've been in this space for 31 years. I'm very passionate about our opportunity to serve these folks, and nursing is obviously key and an integral part of this. So initially the foundation gave, you know, one grant to cover educational expenses specific to RAC certification courses or the exam, or potentially attendance to the original AAPACN annual conference. And it gave its first scholarship in 2016. And now we offer 4 scholarships annually. And we've given nearly $120,000 in total scholarships over the last 5 years, which is just amazing. And it's to the thanks of folks like you today who are donating, and we appreciate that. So with your help, we'd like to significantly raise that tally. All donations to the foundation are tax deductible, as Tracy said. So please consider a generous donation, but no donation is too small either. So anything that you can do, we certainly appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Leanne. And we are joined by the infamous, first with the question, Joel Van Eaton. Joel, thank you so much. I shared with our attendees who've joined us today that you were double dutying, speaking at a conference, and I'm sure that there was a line of people waiting to talk to you, and I appreciate that you rushed to your hotel room to join us. And I just want to give you a chance to introduce yourself and speak about your role at the foundation for a couple minutes.
Well, sure. Thank you so much. And I appreciate everybody's patience with me today, as I was speaking at another conference today and accidentally double booked myself. So, but thank you so much. Absolutely. I've been with the foundation for a few years now, and I work as the executive vice president of post-acute care regulatory affairs and education at Broad River Rehab. And we have the opportunity through this foundation and working with this exceptional group of people, as Leanne was saying just a minute ago, to be able to raise funds for nurse education and for folks to expand their horizons and their career aspirations. And it's been a tremendously rewarding experience to see, as Leanne said just a few minutes ago, that we've been able to give nearly $120,000 in scholarships. And I just feel so privileged to be able to be part of this and sort of riding on the wave of those who've supported me over the past years and have given me the opportunities that I've had to be able to take that back to this organization, and this foundation has been a tremendous privilege. So I hope that you all are experiencing some of that today as well, and we look forward to seeing the results of what we can raise today to be able to fund these scholarships for the coming year.
Thank you so much, Joel. And thank you to Broad River for your support for the foundation as well. Broad River did underwrite one of the 28-24 scholarships, the Frontline Hero Scholarship, and we are so grateful for Broad River's support for that as well. So thank you for your time, and thank you to Broad River. You've both, as we've just heard, been such a big part of elevating and energizing the foundation. And today's Zoom-a-thon is just such a great example. I just want to again highlight for the folks who've joined us, there's a link in the chat you can click on, or you can text Nurse Scholarship 2024 to 707070. I can also tell you that we've just received another $100 donation through the Nurse Scholarship handle. So we are receiving donations through 2 channels today, and I'm trying to keep our tallies up. So we've actually surpassed on the other channel what we have here, and we're at almost $400 through the other channel. So add that to our 360. And we're at, I think, $760 right now total. So that's fantastic. Leanne, I'm going to turn it back over to you to talk about this year's scholarship recipients.
Yeah, so let's talk about who we've helped. As we've talked about, the foundation has supported over a dozen nurses in their continuing education. And I'm honored today to introduce the 2024 scholarship recipients, which we also introduced at the conference last month in Hollywood, Florida, but certainly want to reiterate. We have Megan Larson, who received the Frontline Heroes in Post-Acute Care Scholarship. So excited for Megan. We have Claudine Buenvi-Ahe, who received the Lighting the Way for Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarship this year. We have Amber Gorman, who received the Elevating Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarship for 2024. And we have Jorge Chacon Cordero, and he received the Advancing Nurse Leadership and Post-Acute Care Scholarship. So very excited for all four of these folks. We have actually asked them, and they recorded to share some of their experience and how these scholarships have impacted their lives. So we have some videos that I think we're going to be able to see from these folks, and you'll feel the excitement and appreciation from them. So.
Receiving the scholarship is allowing me to continue to do the work that I care about, and that is caring for other people and providing for those who can't essentially help themselves sometimes.
It's just giving me the means to be able to start a new journey and a new phase into my progression as a nurse.
It'll allow me to get started with my studies sooner and just be able to take that education and information that I learned and really just put it to work in this setting.
It's a great opportunity just to gain more knowledge, and it also keeps me more motivated to want to do better and want to be the best nurse I can be one day.
That's great. We'll hear a little bit more from our scholarship recipients in a few minutes. But I also want to draw your attention again to the chat box with the link to donate and the text handle Nurse Scholarship 2024 to 707070. And Joel, since we've just heard from our scholarship recipients, why don't you take us through what the different scholarships are focused on, because they are actually targeted at different levels of skilled nursing professionals.
Absolutely. Thank you. So talk a little bit about the different scholarships we're supporting today. AAPACN Foundation is offering 4 scholarships this year, and the application portal is now available to interested candidates. So scholarships range from $3,000 to $5,000 and designed to support nurses and nursing students and certified nursing assistants progress in their education and their careers, which is such a rewarding and fantastic opportunity, and gives me goosebumps just to think about telling you all what these scholarships actually accomplish. So the first one is the Advancing Nurse Leadership in Post-Acute Care Scholarship. It's a $5,000 scholarship for an RN working to obtain a BSN or higher degree from an accredited nursing school. The second one is the Elevating Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarships, $3,000 scholarship for an RN working to obtain a BSN from an accredited nursing school. And then we have the Lighting the Way for Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarships, a $5,000 scholarship for an LPN or LVN working to obtain an ASN or higher degree from an accredited nursing school. And then finally, we have the Frontline Heroes in Post-Acute Care Scholarships, a $4,000 scholarship for a CNA working to obtain an LPN or LVN or higher degree from an accredited nursing school. So these are fantastic opportunities, and we love to see every year the funds come in to be able to support these. And as you saw, the impact that the lives of those individuals who have won these scholarships and are using those to advance their career. So I hope that you'll help us raise the funds today, at least one of these important scholarships, so you can use the link that we've talked about to directly donate using your credit card, or you can text Nurse Scholarship 2024 to 70770 to make a donation.
All right. Thanks, Joel. Yep, absolutely. Just reiterating, no donation is too large or too small. I can't say that enough. But as you mentioned, right, one of the requirements for each of the scholarships is that the applicants currently work in long-term care. And so, would like to hear from our scholarship recipients about what is it that they love about long-term care. So let's hear a little bit from them.
What I love most about working in long-term care is getting to know my people on a personal level.
Being able to be impactful and seeing that impact in people, rather than just being like in a quick passing by journey, just being more present in long term.
It's like a sense of comfort coming into your shift and seeing the people that you are already familiar with, and it's kind of like catching up with old friends, like when you haven't seen them in a while.
In long-term care, I'm able to foster those connections with my patients, and that's what really I love about it.
I just always love the videos every year from our scholarship recipients. It is so wonderful to connect with these young aspiring nurses in post-acute care and to understand how our support and your support as donations for the foundation make such a big difference. And again, the board of directors for the foundation and for the AAPACN parent organization have really been instrumental in helping us move this forward and raise funds and raise awareness. Again, if you want to donate, there is a link in the chat box. You can text Nurse Scholarship 2024 to 7070. I see we've just had another donation come in. We are at $610. That is fantastic. So we have almost, with our 2 donations, we are very close to cracking $1,000 for the day. So that is fantastic. Very exciting. And again, our goal for the hour is $5,000, and we have 28 minutes left to get there. So that's fantastic. Leanne, why don't you talk to us about how folks can apply?
Absolutely. So again, we know most of you are here today to help support the foundation through donations, and that's awesome. And again, continue to do that throughout this call. And we thank you for that. But we'd also like to bring some awareness to the availability of these scholarships, because it's great to have the money, but it's really fun to give it away and to present the scholarships. So AAPACN has already received more scholarship applications this year than any year previously, and I think that speaks to a lot of things as it relates to the passion in this industry for what we do and how we do it. So we're excited to review these outstanding candidates, and we'll be announcing the recipients in early 2025. Those scholarship applications open in August each year and can be reviewed at the AAPACN website, www.aapacn.org/foundation.
Thanks, Leanne. It was a great conference this year. For those of you who got to come to the AAPACN conference this year, it was very inspiring to meet one of our scholarship recipients at the recent conference in Florida. And I was also thrilled by the response of the AAPACN members. We had a very successful fundraising event during the conference, extremely successful, including a generous $5,000 donation from a founding AAPACN board member, Cheryl Buckholtz Rosenfield. And let's hear from our 2024 recipient on their advice for someone just starting in their long-term care career.
My biggest advice for someone just starting in long-term care would be to really just approach every interaction with patience and the willingness to listen.
Try your hardest to make personal connections. The residents and patients, they really appreciate that.
Some patients are maybe hostile or upset or apprehensive that they are in a long-term care setting. and we cannot control how they feel. My advice would be to treat them as if they were your loved one, if they were your mom, your dad, your relative, whoever, and just think like that patient you're dealing with at one point earlier in their life, they were like you.
Try to absorb as much information as possible, because with all that information, you will see the path to really like keep going and keep helping people.
Building that rapport with your patients, residents, and their families will just be invaluable to you.
Be patient, be kind, and to be the kind of nurse that you would want your loved one to have.
I love seeing that passion from our scholarship recipients. And I feel like we had so much energy at the conference last month. It's just continuing on into this event today. Joel mentioned that we had some great fundraising results at the conference, and he mentioned the $5,000 donation from Cheryl Buckholtz Rosenfield. She was one of the founding AAPACN board members well before there was a foundation. She was part of the original AAPACN board, and she was able to join us at the conference last month to celebrate AAPACN's 25th anniversary, and provided us with a $5,000 donation to the foundation. Now, I'm excited that we have this donation, and it kind of takes the foundation back to its roots in a way, in that she has asked that we dedicate the $5,000 that she's donated to help individuals who want to obtain their RAC-CT for the first time. And so we will have another fundraising opportunity, or another scholarship opportunity that we will launch later this year, to allow individuals to apply for a grant to cover their RAC-CT coursework and exams, which we haven't done in a few years. We've been so focused on building the nursing workforce that we had stopped giving the scholarships for RAC-CT, and I'm delighted that we're able to get back to that due to Cheryl's generous donation. If you want to make a donation today to help support our scholarships, however, there's a link in the chat box, or you can text Nurse Scholarship 2024, all one word, no spaces, to 707070. We are holding steady. We are at $995 right now between the two channels that we have folks donating on. We've got the $610 you can see on my screen. Those are folks who are donating to Nurse Scholarship 2024. And because of, we had previously used just Nurse Scholarship prior to 2024, we have some folks who have been donating to the Nurse Scholarship channel. And that's where we have the additional funds that bring us to $995 currently. So I'm really hoping that we can push that up in a bit if other folks are ready to make a donation. And thank you to those who already have. Joel, I know that we have some more testimonials. Do you want to key those up for us?
Absolutely. It's my privilege to introduce some of the additional testimonies from some of our recipients.
I love to learn. Like I've been always just trying to learn new things.
I'm an advocate for education, and I just really have a love for lifelong learning, and that's why nursing is a perfect profession for me. I feel like there's always room for growth, and there's always opportunity to learn more and get better.
I feel that is very important, especially like every time that you are feeling a little bit stuck, to try to just challenge yourself.
I always feel like I can learn more and implement the things that I learn to empower my coworkers and also just improve patient care.
I'm learning so much that I'm really interested in, and I get to apply it when I go to work. I get to apply it on my patients and my residents, and it's very rewarding.
I think we also have a video from our scholarship recipients talking about some of the obstacles that they have encountered in continuing their education.
a big obstacle for me would be the financial burden of trying to manage work and education as well. So that is a barrier that I have faced.
Yeah, you heard Amber there talking about the financial burden that we've heard previously from some of our participants today. And that's why we're here. We're here today to help alleviate and to help our scholarship recipients and nurse candidates overcome those burdens. I was particularly touched by Melanie Tribe-Scott's personal testimonial about how a scholarship helped her finish her bachelor's of nursing and is now pursuing her master's of nursing as well. Again, we have the link in the chat box and the text code Nurse Scholarship 2024, all one word, no spaces, to 707070. And we would really appreciate any additional donations if you haven't donated yet that folks would like to make. And thank you all for participating with us today. Joel and Leanne, do you have any thoughts that you want to share with the group on your own nursing journeys and how you were able to manage the financial hurdles of becoming a nurse?
Yeah, I'll start with that. I in the same shoes as many of the folks that we've heard from today, as a young, well, youngish, kind of a second degree person, but as a young nursing student, being shepherded along by nurses that I worked with at the time, and the hospital system at the time that I worked with had scholarships available, and I was the recipient of financial help from the various helps that they had available to help me get through my Bachelor of Science degree in nursing degree. And I don't know that I would have been able to do it without that. And it was a tremendous help. And just listening to the recipients today, the CNA recipient in particular, this idea that gave me an inspiration to do well when I had an organization behind me, backing me and helping me to be able to go forward with my career aspirations was a tremendous inspiration, a tremendous bolster for my own self-confidence. So if you're considering giving today, know that however large or small the gift would be that you would give today is an opportunity to provide that sort of motivation for someone. We need quality nurses in long-term care with everything that's going on with the staffing issues, and long-term care is an amazing place to park your career. To be honest with you, I never anticipated being in long-term care. And it was almost by accident that I ended up as an MDS coordinator. More pragmatics than anything else, but I can't imagine doing anything else, having been in this career now for over 20 years. And so this is an opportunity for us to be able to provide the funds for individuals to be able to advance their careers and to gain a lifelong joy of being involved in the long-term care sector.
Oh, I so appreciate that, Joel. And I do, it's so common to hear from our members, I didn't expect to work in long-term care. It wasn't my career path that I had planned for myself, but I started working in long-term care and I fell in love with it and I never left. We hear that all the time. And it's one of the reasons that, we have specified that our scholarships go to folks who are currently working in long-term care as a way for AAPACN to help support building out our workforce and addressing some of the shortages. Admittedly, it's a small effort, but we hope to grow, and through generous donations from the folks on this webinar, the Zoom-a-thon, and the folks at the conference and the year-round giving that we have, we really want to continue to support folks in the same way that you were supported. Again, you can text Nurse Scholarship 2024 to 707070, or you can click on the link in the chat box. Leanne, would you like to share your journey with us as well?
Sure, absolutely. I feel compelled with Linda not on the call because I feel like she would be saying somebody's got to get us over 1,000. So I just challenge that to out there, throw that out there to the space, and hopefully we can get over that hump. But you know, I was obviously, I'm a physical therapist, so not a nurse, but my journey is very similar. So I was in school and trying to figure out how to pay for my last year and a half of school. And I committed to a company that was going to put me in long-term care as a physical therapist that a lot of people, you know, told me to shy away from. And that was 31 years ago. And I have been in the space for 31 years. So my story was, you know, very much a success story in the sense that I got there exactly what you said, Tracy, and I loved long-term care. And my experience with nurses and the interdisciplinary team in the long-term care space has just been, you know, the highlight of my career, which is why I participate and support, you know, AAPACN and the whole foundation. So, you know, it's very much a space that once you get there, it's hard to leave because it is so rewarding, and it's an honor and a privilege to be just a small little sliver of it. So if you like what you're hearing and like the scholarship recipients, testimonials, and things of that nature, please use one of the 3 options to donate. Text to 707070 Nurse Scholarship 2024. Use the link in the chat or get to our website after the call and make a donation.
Leanne, thank you so much for that. I know that you're not a nurse, but I think your testimonial just reinforces to folks that AAPACN serves many members of the interdisciplinary team, and therapists are such an important component of completing the MDS accurately and ensuring that all the members of the team are supporting the care plan and supporting the outcomes for the residents and the patients. So thank you for your commitment to the AAPACN Foundation as well. It's such an honor to work with the diverse members that we have and the diversity on our boards of directors, both at AAPACN and the AAPACN Education Foundation. And I especially loved that you channeled Linda there, because I will never forget Linda getting on the stage at last year's conference and basically just bullying everyone in the audience to donate to get a t-shirt, which was fantastic. Linda has just been an incredible leader for us as well. Would anyone else like to share any testimonial for their journey as we talk about hopefully getting closer to our goal and accepting donations through the link in the chat box, or by texting Nurse Scholarship 2024 to 707070. Joel, maybe you could just refresh the knowledge of the different scholarships that we offer, if you want to walk through those again, so that folks can have a clear understanding and freshen their minds about what scholarships they might be underwriting if they are willing to make a donation to us.
Absolutely. These scholarships are uniquely and specifically designed to work with individuals in long-term care to advance their careers. And we've thought long and hard about the kinds of folks that we want to have involved in these scholarships and the kind of dollar figures that would be substantial enough to help these individuals move forward. So the Advancing Nurse Leadership in Post-Acute Care Scholarship, this is a $5,000 scholarship for an RN working to obtain a BSN or higher degree from an accredited nursing school. The second one is the Elevating Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarship. That's $3,000 for an RN working to obtain a BSN from an accredited nursing school. And then we have the Lighting the Way for Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarship. It's a $5,000 scholarship for an LPN or LVN working to obtain an ASN or higher degree from an accredited nursing school. And then the Frontline Heroes Post-Acute Care Scholarship Award is a $4,000 scholarship for a CNA working to obtain an LPN or LVN or higher degree from an accredited nursing school. And that one is close to my heart. It's the one that we've sponsored for a couple of years at Broad River for a number of reasons. But from my personal experience, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, the helps that I got in those days to move on with my Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, I was functioning as a CNA at that point, not in long-term care at the time, but I was a CNA. And I have to say that the nurses that helped bring me along and helped me grow in my career, again, only could have happened had I had some additional helps at those times as well financially. So love that scholarship as well. So we hope that you all are inspired as well to give today and to help us raise the funds for these specific scholarships.
Thank you so much, Joel. I appreciate you going over that again. Leanne, since we've now heard about the scholarships, would you be willing to share with us again the names? And I think we have the slides that we can pull up so folks can see who we donated to.
Absolutely. Love the tangibles. So Megan Larson was the recipient of the Frontline Heroes in Post-Acute Care Scholarship this year. Claudine Buenviaje was the recipient of Lighting the Way for the Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarship. Amber Gorman was our recipient for the Elevating Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarship. And Jorge, gosh, I cannot do this right, sorry. Jorge Chacon Cordero, and I just love listening to him speak actually on his videos, was the recipient of the Advancing Nurse Leadership in Post-Acute Care Scholarship. Apologize for that, Jorge. But it's always great to see their faces and names and what they received. So very privileged to do that. Thank you.
And we do offer the opportunity for our scholarship recipients to join us at the annual conference. And this year, only Amber Gorman was able to join us, the recipient of the Advancing Nurse Leadership. I'm sorry, no, the Elevating Post-Acute Care Nursing Scholarship. But she was able to join us and we were able to present that to her in person. But I so would have liked to have met the other ones. And look, we've just had another donation. We have passed $1,000, so that is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Someone just donated $1,000. Oh my goodness. Yay. We're past 2,000. Joel did that. Joel, thank you so much. Wow. Oh my goodness. Way to finish on a high note, folks. We are over $2,000.
We're getting down to the wire. We gotta do something here.
You truly have been multitasking, giving a presentation at a national conference, running back to your hotel room, getting on this Zoom-a-thon, making such an incredibly generous donation. Thank you so much, Joel, for your leadership and your generosity. That is incredibly kind of you, and very, very exciting. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So
what's the total today then so far?
So the total today is, hold on, I had it here somewhere. I lost my piece of paper with my math. We are at $2,045. That is fantastic. We've had $385 come into the other channel, and we've had the $1,660 that you see here come in on this channel. So that is fantastic. That is almost one full scholarship. We have a $3,000 scholarship, so that is fantastic. It is almost 45% of our goal for today. So that is also fantastic. You always want to set your goal high and be ambitious, right? But this is really wonderful. Would anyone else like to make any comments about our scholarship program or your participation in the foundation? Okay. I will commit that we will be receiving additional donations, I'm sure, throughout the day. We did send out multiple emails to our full membership asking them to make a donation today. And so we will likely be receiving donations throughout the day. I know we had several donations come in this morning before the Zoom-a-thon started. So by the end of the day, I will certainly post on our social media channels and let folks know exactly how much we were able to raise today on this very important Student Nursing Day for Nurses Week in 2024. This has just been an incredible opportunity for us to raise awareness of the AAPACN Education Foundation, to raise awareness of our scholarships and our 2024 scholarship recipients, and to generate some incredibly generous donations to help us move forward into 2025 to, again, support nursing students and nurse candidates in the long-term care space. Joel or Leanne, would you like to help close us out in the next couple of minutes?
I would again just say thank you to those who have given, and certainly encourage everyone to dig deep. Again, no donation too small, no donation too big, but this is tangible and it's meaningful, as we've heard from Melanie and from the scholarship recipients, and we hear every year from the scholarship recipients how impactful this can be, and just privileged to be, as I said, a small part of it. So thank you all.
Thank you, Leanne.
I would also add, sorry. I would also just add, of course, the way to contribute will continue to be available after the call today. And for those of you that are AAPACN members, there's plenty of opportunities on the AAPACN website as well to do this. You can go to the foundation page. Anytime that you order a product, you can donate at that time as well. And there's a tremendous amount of ways to do that. So as you think about what you've heard today, maybe something will strike you after the call, after the presentation today, the Zoom-a-thon. There's no time too late, and as Leanne said, no donation too small that won't help these scholarships to be raised, and for these individuals that will gain these scholarships to be able to move forward with their long-term care careers.
Fantastic. Thank you both so much. I'm just going to one more time say you can donate by clicking on the link in the chat box or by texting Nurse Scholarship 2024 to 707070. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your colleagues, post it on your social medias today. And we will certainly continue to report back on our fundraising total and make sure that folks are aware of the good work that our foundation board members, Leanne and Joel, and also Amy and Melanie that we heard from today are spearheading for us. I am going to take the executive privilege to wrap it up now. And say thank you all so much for your contributions and your support today. And to the AAPACN staff who have helped us execute this event, thank you for your continued support and patience with us. This is not an easy event to put on, and we are so grateful that we have the back office support that we do. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful Student Nursing Day. Congratulations to all of our nurses for Nursing Week. Thank you for what you do. You mean the world to us, and we couldn't do our job without you. So wonderful day. Thank you, and we're out.